Where's the remote? Found it.
Turn off the lights.
All right.
Did you grab the drinks?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay, I'm making the popcorn.
It's starting. Come on.
All right. Okay, I'm here. Hit the button. Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna.
And welcome to the
We Watch It All podcast, where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for. I don't even know if I said that on the last one that we had to retake. Did I?
Huh?
Did I even come in with my little line on the last one?
I'm not really sure.
I don't feel like
we
I did. I feel like that was the first time. Anyway, welcome to season 13 and 14 of The Real Housewives.
Yes,
of Orange County.
Yeah, we should say what.
I know, because we're so used to these housewives being our
Yeah.
daily friends that we don't even.
Which these were supposed to go up during Christmas, but then because of the holidays, it got a little too confusing. So we said next week, but.
Look, are you really listening during the holidays? No, you had
Probably
packages.
not, so it's fine.
You had gifts to wrap.
No!
I'm sorry, folks. We just heard the sounds of terror coming through the hallways
if
into
you've
the
been
place
here,
next to
you know
us.
our noisy neighbor. Guess what? The pipe burst in their ceiling, and they're still living in there. But guess what's even worse than that? They have a double bedroom on each side. The living room's in the middle where the pipe burst. Their bedroom happens to be up against our living room, which it's not a bedroom.
Never go to sleep. Just hang out in the man cave. Why not?
It's more of like a den they treat it as.
I'm sorry.
So now, because they don't have a living room, they sit in here all day and blast the TV. So we gotta go. I gotta hope. Maybe that's Asma's kid.
Huh?
No,
I'm
there's
praying.
another
Let's
kid
pray.
crying. I just heard
pray.
smacking and beat
Well,
down.
I think she has more than one, doesn't she?
Asthma?
I don't know.
Anyway,
let's
sorry.
go.
They're like, you're
So-
identifying your neighbor by asthma. Well, maybe she shouldn't have came out when there was a fire in the building and go, do I have to be out here? I have asthma. Is this real?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we're talking about this, but it was supposed to go up last week. So these are going up now.
Yeah, together.
Together on Saturday, because on Sunday we're doing a bonus episode about recapping all the shows from this past year.
Rewind 2022.
And then next week, maybe we'll do 15 and 16 together. Will kind of depend on, what we feel like. I mean, 15 is so boring. I haven't taken a single note down for 15, if I'm being honest.
Oh, no. What?
Not a single note for season 15.
Do I have a note for 15?
I mean, I could come up with a couple on top of my head.
But I usually go back and just...
So we'll just, maybe we'll have to put those together as well. Whoops.
Yeah, we'll get that
All
done.
right, well,
Don't worry about it.
let's introduce our wives first. We have Shannon, Vicky, Gina, Tamra, Kelly, Emily.
Yes, and the new girls are, of course, Gina and Emily. And they were brought in by Tamra. Yeah. Emily was brought in through her event planning, her party planning lifestyle, even though she's a lawyer by day. Yeah. So she apparently helped.
But I haven't seen her do any lawyerish stuff or event planning stuff anyway.
In the very beginning, she did. She was in her office, and I remember Gina came to visit her.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't see her nowadays. I'm jumping ahead, people, into the real future. You never see her do any lawyer work. She gives a lot of advice and comments, but she never does any lawyer work. I mean, I think she stepped away from it since, but I don't think she did full time. I think it was part time and such. But she did the party planning at night, and she helped Tamra with the baby shower for her granddaughter.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm sorry, the birthday party. It was the first. Was it the first birthday party or the baby shower? Mm-hmm. It was one of those parties anyway. I think it was the baby. I think it was the baby's birthday.
It was a baby.
It was baby's birthday. And she helped her with that. And that's how she's tying her in. And I think Gina just honestly came to the gym.
Yeah. Because they showed her working out.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure. It was probably one of those things where we have no way to tie this girl in, but let's bring her in and Tamra will take her under the wing.
She'll connect somehow.
Yeah. Before we do the plots. Oh, no, that is them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so before we do the plots, we're just going to touch on their living arrangements because they all seem to have changed. Tamra and Eddie moved out of his house, sold it, and bought a new house of their own.
Yeah.
Which it looked like a nice house, but I mean,
jumping
to next season, they're already in another house in 14. They've already
another one.
Yeah, they moved out of that one into another one. But they said they never felt like it was home in that house. And one of her friends told her, we have this great house. We think somebody wanted their house. And they said, we also have a great house we think would be perfect for you. And so she said it all lined up. Whatever, good for her. Shannon and Kelly are, that baby deserves kisses blown to her because she's a sweetie patootie. Look at her.
Got her belly all out and stuff.
Shannon and Kelly are downsizing and single. Both of them are single. I don't No,
that was
if either one's divorce is absolutely final yet. Like I don't think so. They're like
I think Kelly's was finished.
Yeah, hers might be finished.
Shannon's finishing.
Still in the throes of, fighting for whatever she thinks she needs. And Vicky is now living with her boyfriend, Steve.
Yeah.
So, there you have it. I don't think I forgot. Gina lives with, obviously, her husband, who
ex,
lives in Los Angeles half the time. And
all the time, pretty much.
Yeah. And Emily is with her husband, Shane. Ugh. We will get into that. And her 3 kids. Anyway, Gina has
3 kids?
3 kids as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Emily's got twins and a girl, so she got off half easy. So now what do you consider their storylines? Let's hit those.
So Vicky, I feel like it's rebuilding her friendship with the girls. Like, fully.
Yeah.
Because even when she gets good with Shannon and Tamara at the beginning of the season, then she's trying to rebuild a friendship with Kelly and Gina and Emily. And, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's like she's every time you turn around, she's making up with somebody. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Making up with somebody.
Yeah. Gina, I had next, not wanting to be with her husband anymore. Wait, I'm sorry, is that the right one?
Yeah, no, Gina's
wanting the baby.
Gina?
No, Gina, I'm sorry. I get Gina and Emily confused.
Yeah, no, Emily thinks she should have another baby.
I'm sorry.
She's
Gina
crazy.
not wanting to be with her husband anymore.
Yeah,
but just saying she doesn't want to be with him.
I think she suspected, she actually said she knew that he cheated on her. Yeah, and she doesn't divulge. The next season. She doesn't divulge that till the next season, but we can kind of touch on that since we're going to put them together. But she doesn't divulge that till the next season. But it's interesting that she's on this season acting all lovey-dovey about him, knowing that he did cheat on her. Yeah. So I feel like she was kind of setting herself up for what was coming. Like, I think she was building this whole thing. And I think a lot of these women do come on here just to, make the break. And then, like you said, Emily's wanting to have another baby, but her husband doesn't want to have a baby. Well, she's got 9 embryos. Is that how many? I don't know. She's got 9 or something embryos, and she wants to use them.
She's doing the classic, should I have another baby storyline?
Oh, dear Lord. No, she shouldn't, because after watching this season of 15, she can't handle these freaking kids. Yeah. She can't handle them in 13 and 14, but she's definitely proved she can't handle them, so she should stop.
Tamara is Eddie and his heart issues, I feel like, really.
Yeah, and making up with Vicky and
heard that too.
Yeah, I think it's like Eddie and Yeah,
I feel like that's really the big one. And then Shannon is getting divorced and also pretty much fighting with everybody and trying to figure out how she's going to live on her own money.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And she starts her own business.
Well, that's what I mean by trying to figure out how to live on her own money. Is like her business venture. And then Kelly's is really getting divorced from her husband, I'd say.
Yeah, being single, dating around. I mean, like, literally dating around. That's all she talks about is dating around. And just her fighting with Vicky constantly. It's over the ex-husband. That's, like, it's brutal.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, it's brutal.
All right, so where do we take it now?
Well, the first big event that they had was the birthday party of Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm lying.
They had a rope event.
No. They had, hold on, I gotta move up. No, the first big event they have is the poker, really. Right? Is Emily's poker.
Because that's how it leads to the fight.
Yeah. They have a stupid little poker party, which I thought was quite stupid, but it introduced Emily's mother, who's quite comical. Mother-in-law, I'm sorry. Quite comical. Shane's mother. Oh, my God. Quite comical. Why are my pants? You see this? How twisted this is? Okay, I'm better. Sorry, everyone. So, I think there's a nice sky going on out there, and we're missing it. Son of a beaver.
I heard you.
I can hear the kid, too, crying.
I heard her scream.
She's always in the distance, but she's always in the forefront of my mind.
It's just kind of yellow.
Okay, anyway, sidetracked. DDD just threw out their flag and said, girls, pull it in. So, yeah, Emily hosts this little silly poker party. So Gina is ultimately drunk and the last one to leave. And apparently something happens with the husband where he yells down, like, shut up or something, or go home, or he kicks her out because she's, I guess, being, like, too loud. And I guess his kids are still awake, like this here, still awake because of Gina's loudness. PM, well, whatever. Because Gina's being, like, loud and obnoxious. And I think their thing is late. So apparently this goes back and forth, and it goes all throughout the group. And, before you know it, it's twisted and turned. And, like, Emily agrees with the husband.
Group here especially has a lot of, like, miscommunication.
Oh my gosh.
The worst
And
probably
flipping
out of
and
anybody.
flopping and going like from one person to the other.
And then they all lie. They'll say something, but then they'll be like, no, I didn't say that. But it's like, we just saw you say it on camera.
Oh my God. It's so incredibly frustrating because you're watching it and you're like 5 steps back. You just said that. You just said it. Like, stop being that way. I can't.
She's getting aggressive.
Because this group is really bad like that.
Yeah,
and
I know they are.
And especially Kelly. It's like, oh my God, Kelly, stop it. She's a stirrer of pot.
Yeah.
And she should just put the pot away. Throw the pot out. Yeah, but Tamara's party is where it kicks off live and crazy.
When the hell did they go to the trust building rope thing?
The trust. Oh, that was in the very, very beginning.
Yeah, I loved that because half of them were just up there crying.
Yes, but that was just Shannon.
My finger!
Well, that,
my
believe
finger.
it or not, the funny thing is, that just shows you how quickly it goes back and forth. That was Kelly that organized that, right? For Shannon, Tamara, and Vicky to all get back together. Because at the time,
because that's really good. Vicky falls off the bench.
Oh my God!
Then her finger gets stuck,
and she's just
screaming.
It
was a good one. I'm like,
I
couldn't remember
about
where that was placed, but I had to know that.
That was the very first thing they did.
Half of them were up there on the ropes, just standing there
and they
crying.
walked away okay, like they were all friends, and then it all just goes to hell in a handbasket because apparently, we find out in the medium after the
before they have the Eddie's party, the Tres Amigas go down to Mexico. That is before that, no?
It could very well be. Yes, wait, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, they go to Mexico.
Which is so good.
Shannon goes to Shannon goes to Mexico. Hold the phone on
David's dime.
Which I thought was very nice. Because they always go to Mexico, he didn't want to deprive the girls, so he sent them with Shannon, and then she asked. She sent them back and asked them if they wanted to come down, which was some of the best scenes. Yeah. I will say some of the
first half of the season was pretty good. Like it still had really good moments. I think it's really 14 that we're confusing with because 14 was really bad.
No, 13 wasn't bad, but it was. Some of it was...
The fights were bad.
Yeah. But when they were getting along, like, it was real. They were really good. Yeah. Like you said, like, them in the airport.
The airport arrival scene is just... God. It's perfect because...
If you watch nothing else, watch the first episode of them
standing there. There's like 100 guys that are for the taxis with normal signs, ready to pick up people, but Shannon's standing there with a tray of shot glasses.
That she went to ask at the bar, and she's like, yeah, do you got a tray, like, I can have to, like...
But she's standing there with... What's the hat that she has? A sombrero?
Uh-huh.
And she has that on, but it's just her, like, it's just like, it's such like a Where's Waldo, like, there she is standing out so obvious, and all these guys in, like, white shirts, and just standing there, and then they take their shots, and then, like, her and Vicky hug, the sombreros knock off, they both fall, the shot glasses break, Vicky pisses her pants.
They tumble on the floor, people are trying to help them get up, and Tamara's yelling, don't lay on the glass! I mean... It was just one of those things where it added to the Vicky montage falling down. So, which they will give in 14 or 15.
Yeah, 14 because Vicky's a friend of.
No, where does she fall and hurt her ankle? In 15?
14. She's not in 15.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So in 14 is when she busts her ankle and they do a montage of Vicky falling down because it's a lot. Yeah, no, I do have that they go there, and that's where the Tres Amigos are formed.
Amigas
with
an A.
I don't know if they say it like that. Shannon
well,
probably does.
Well, it's not
amigos.
What the hell are you talking about?
I think the other two called it that. I don't think they call it. Shannon says it properly because she's apparently fluent in Spanish. Who knew? I've always known her to talk like that, but I did not know she was fluent. Yeah, it's quite comical.
This had to happen first because she breaks her foot here in Mexico, Tamara, and then she wheels, and then Shannon like hurts her foot magically once they get back home, and then they're both wheeling around their scooters at Eddie's party.
Those knee scooters, crazy.
So so this had to come before Eddie's party.
It definitely did.
Okay, so we could go to Eddie's party now then if you want to.
Yeah, so then at Eddie's party, right before Eddie's party happened, Vicky went over to see Kelly. And she said to her, listen, I know that you hooked Michael up with somebody. Why didn't you just tell me? Like, she was upset that she just didn't share with her that, like, Michael was seeing somebody that she said was her friend. And Vicky said, no, it was just somebody that was at a barbecue with me. Like, of course, Vicky changed her story, 5 times?
Yeah.
No, it was just someone that was at a barbecue that he was at. It was a mutual friend. Then it was somebody
wanted me to ask him for the
and then
number.
he wanted me to ask him. Like before you knew it, like they were they were double dating with them and out to dinner and over at the house.
It's like if you're gonna lie, write down the lie you went with.
Oh my gosh, that's the problem. They don't keep their lies straight.
Of what lie they said to who.
Nope, they don't. They're ridiculous.
They could sit at a table and within a 5-minute span tell each girl the same like base thing, and say it 5 different ways.
Yeah, it's crazy. So of course Kelly is like a live wire. She's pissed. She's just like mad at apparently Steve the most because I guess Steve is befriending him. But also Eddie says that he's friends with him too, and David. David. He's friends with David, and Tamara won't let him invite David to the party because Shannon's coming, which I thought was kind of messed up because I know
it's technically for him.
It's his party.
But I do wonder, like sometimes when they do these birthday things, like is this their actual birthday party or do they have? Like, I don't know
because where's like would you not invite your family to this and stuff? And I never see any. I mean, the ones that are come on TV you do see, but. There's a lot of them that I'm like, really seriously, where's everybody?
Like I don't think it was this season, but maybe it was, I can't remember what season it was. But Vicky, remember she had the birthday party and all it was all Steve's family and then just her brother Billy.
Well, because she didn't have anybody at that time, I don't think.
There also, I think this is the season. I don't know if I wrote this down here. No, I didn't. But I was thinking this. There's like 2 seasons after Brianna moves out of the OC that Brianna's just not mentioned by Vicky at all. Like she's just gone. It's all Michael, which I think is really weird.
I think it's seasons. These are the seasons.
I think it is this one. But it was just kind of something weird that I noticed. So I don't know if that's why the birthday party, it was just the brother.
Well, I think they were all away. I think that's when she moved.
I think Michael actually might have been at the birthday party, but I thought it was weird.
He was there with his girlfriend. I thought it was weird
that Brianna wasn't there because it was such like for the first few seasons it was so
she moved, remember?
I know, but I don't know. I'm just saying if it was like her real birthday, I feel like she would have came.
I don't think it's that easy for her to come. I don't think it was that easy for her to come back and forth.
But it was just something I was noticing. Well, she just didn't like even mention her. Is my thing that I noticed. Like it was just nothing. Like it was, it's like when you watch it like that when we're watching and we see that the first like 11 seasons are just constantly mentioning the daughter.
Yeah. And
then out of nowhere you don't talk about her. It's weird.
You also had Shannon and Kelly actually kind of getting along in the very beginning. Yeah. And Shannon was like trying...
Well, they were like bonding over their divorce.
And they're being single and going out and stuff. And I think like Kelly was actually like asking Shannon for advice. It was really bizarre because I don't know like she's the best advice giver, but when she was at the party, she was telling her, I want to go up and say something to Steve. Here's the thing. I always thought Steve was a bit of a jerk to begin with. And he when she went up to him, like you could tell she was trying, and he really did like just shut her down and like, but not in even a way like I don't want to discuss this now, like in a negative, nasty way, and like kind of just pushed Kelly's buttons, of course, and Kelly went like off. Yeah. And then Shane, Emily's husband, gets involved too. And I don't even understand that because he doesn't even know who Steve is. Like he just met him that night. Well, that's
what was Kelly's point, was like he doesn't know anything about him, doesn't know anything about my ex-husband, so why is she just automatically picking him to stand up for?
And you just jumped in. So she was pissed, started, tradition of Kelly, calling people names. She was going at him, but don't get me wrong, like I know Kelly provokes people, but like Emily took it really far. She came over and she was like,
she was gonna throw fists.
Wait, no, that was Gina that was trying to stop the fight. Yeah, she was throwing fists and threatening to kill. Like, I mean, what the heck? You're a lawyer. Yeah. Like, don't you know? That became, of course, the big thing of the story was that, like, she threatened to kill Kelly and the whole bit. But, that became, like, a huge... This storyline just kept replaying every chance it got. And the part with Kelly and Steve and Michael and Vicky were, like, beaten like a dead horse. It was really bad. Yeah. It was really bad.
We're going to talk about Shannon and her product, but one of my comments on Shannon and her product end up tying into Gina. So I just have to say something about Gina and her accent. Her accent is so weird. It has a northeastern accent to it, but it also almost sounds a little southern, a little valley girl. Yeah. Like, it's a weird accent. And also, one of my things was too, like, then her parents came to visit her, and her parents don't sound like they have the same accent as her. Yeah, I noticed
like,
that. Her sounds
immensely she could be picking up a little California mixed with
I don't know, but it sounded immensely more, like, heavy than her parents' accent, which is, like, I don't know. It's just it's a weird accent and it's confusing to me.
And yeah, there's Shannon.
Okay, yeah,
also,
we can
like
go
you were
on now.
saying about Shannon. She is
Watch
trying.
those toes.
I know she's trying to create her own line of food, the Real for Real.
Yeah.
And it's frozen healthy
It's
food.
like lean cuisines.
Yeah, it's gonna be, but I think it's supposed to be a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
But it's like people were saying, it's only gonna get so healthy. Like, it's still gonna be what it is.
Still frozen.
It's still
you still
frozen.
have to put the
There's still
preservatives in it to keep it
exactly
for a long time.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything crazy. But she goes to sell it on QVC.
Yes.
In Philadelphia, and
I have a comment here.
I know Tamara and her daughter Sophie go down with her, which I thought
That's
was
not my
nice.
comment,
No,
yeah.
I know it's not.
I don't watch her, but you watch Brooke Miccio.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the show. We watch this separately.
And I
I'm
mostly watch
watching-
it for the mom,
and
Adina.
And I go, I'm watching this, and I hear her voice because I had the phone down.
She's got a very distinctive Long Island voice.
Yes, which I was watching it, and I was like, wait, is that Brooke Miccio mom? Because I remember you said she worked at QVC,
Yeah.
and I remember you also said that Brooke
David's
had
Cookies.
mentioned that she was on the show on Housewives. And I was like, oh my God, that is her. And let me just say, her accent, her and Gina are both from Long Island, puts Gina to shame.
Yeah, hers is very normal, very
And honestly,
Long Islandish.
I think she would make a good
Great
housewife.
housewife.
I think she would
make
I
a
think
great
she
housewife.
I think she could, but not. Oh, my laptop just came unplugged. But not like in like I don't mean I'm sure she could throw down with the best of them, but I think more in that like fun housewife way that like they would just keep her like a Heather Dubrow. Like they're just fun. They don't need to
she
fight.
would be fun. Yeah,
And I did think it was
like
funny
a little
too. One more thing on her
YouTube
mom.
crossover.
Yeah, I know. Her mom is always so like fun in her videos, but
No, she was
very
very
serious.
No,
like it was like a totally different
She
thing.
is very high. Not I don't want to say very high up in QVC, but in the respect of like the TV portions of it, like in filming. Yeah, she's up there. She knows
was,
what
like,
she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's very.
It was just like for somebody
well-known,
who's
yeah.
seen.
She
I've
said a
seen
couple
them.
of things to Shannon that were funny, like
Yeah.
don't have her do that because she's not really versed in that. And
No,
don't
yeah,
do this.
but it was just like it was like
funny.
funny to see like
Yeah.
because it's so weird when you see those weird crossovers like that. All right, sorry, we had a YouTube.
The
divert.
funniest part though was they tried to have a little viewing party, which I thought was nice.
Oh yeah, which they did for like what they did
For
with Heather.
yeah,
Heather
they
did.
tried to have a little viewing party. Funny thing is though, they got through for Heather. They couldn't get through to buy her products, which I thought was
but
interesting.
they were a different brand. QVC was not who Heather did. Heather did somebody else.
HSN,
Yeah,
probably.
I think that's who she did. But
Yeah.
But here's
They
the
couldn't
thing:
get
they
through.
were saying weird stuff to begin with.
No, but the first couple ones they didn't.
No, the first one she did. No, it's because she came on the line, Vicky, and she's like, "I'm good friends with Shannon." Like they thought they were trolling, but still, who cares if she's good friends with Shannon or not? And she's lying. Let her buy the product. You just missed
That's
out
what I
on
thought.
sales.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought was weird too. But and then of course Shannon deals with her divorce. That's ongoing still. I think is it just this season that she did it? No, 14. She finishes the when Vicky gets engaged.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't write down a storyline for Shannon next season.
Excuse me.
Because I was like, I don't
Yeah,
really know.
because I still think it's
It's
divorce.
still divorce.
Still divorce.
Yeah. It's
and-
like this is like they're like I guess dividing the assets and trying to get
she's trying
the
to
money
divide
she
the
wants.
assets, and Shannon gets awarded $30,000, but she agrees to lower it to 22.
Because he was threatening them in the parking lot.
a month because he was like he went like buck wild on them and was like screaming and yelling at her and her lawyer. So yeah, he went. I'm like, give in to him.
Right.
I mean,
which is always so funny when they do these things where like you don't necessarily see it on the TV that how like you see the guys are not good guys, but then like when the divorce happens,
you see that
they
they're
are like
crazy
totally
animals.
different than what we knew.
And like totally random. But this is what I don't get though. All right, so you're fighting for this money, which means you're saying you don't have a lot of money, but you go and get an eye lift. Like, where are you getting the money for this stuff?
I don't know. That's her essential to live, I guess.
Yeah, but an eye lift is essential to live. I mean, until these bags are covering my eyes and holding them down, I don't consider it essential.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I can still open my eyes. I think Shannon could too. I don't know.
Yeah. And it's always weird. You know what's worse is when they do this stuff and you don't even notice it.
Yeah, no.
Like, like it doesn't even, like, if they get the facelift, doesn't look tighter. It just looks the same. Or you look completely misshapen now.
But the most ironic part was, I mean, I know she has the facelift, the eye lift later in the season, obviously, but in like the second half, but they like paralleled it to Vicky having a full-blown like facelift type thing.
Yeah.
And like they were going back and forth as if they had it done on the same day, same week. I don't think they did, but they made it look like...
Well, they were still recovering at the same time because Tamara hosts the party for them, the grandma's party.
Yeah, that's true, but it was just weird. I don't know.
They might have wanted to try to have them scheduled at the same time so that like they could kind of pause filming while they were doing stuff like that. I don't know.
No, I don't think they paused anything.
Do you want to go to Jamaica now? I guess it'd probably be good.
Yeah, is Jamaica where Gina announces that she's getting divorced, or was that a night out?
I have no clue.
I think it was a night out that she all of a sudden
I feel like she's
nowhere,
constantly saying like she was getting divorced, but she might get back with him, but she's getting divorced.
No, but I think on this one, she comes in with this whole she's getting divorced thing, Gina. I thought it was the most...
Oh, heavens.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't know what that little bang was.
It's the water from the air conditioner upstairs.
So he must be running his air. Ooh.
Girl, I want to put it on right now. My pits are sweating.
No, stop, drink your juice. It was the most wackiest announcement of a divorce I had ever heard in my life. Because, like, she
is a little wacky, Gina, but I still like her.
Yeah, sometimes I do,
you know what
sometimes
I do?
don't.
Sometimes she's really funny. She says those things that you're not expecting. So I don't absolutely hate Gina. She's a little boring, but, you know, her sit-downs are kind of funny. I'll give her that.
Her sit-downs are funny.
When she can think about what she wants to say, she's funny. So I'll give her that. She's not, like, the worst house. She's not Broadwin.
But, like, but she says, like, she's getting divorced, not because, like, they don't love each other or not because, like, anybody cheated or anything. But, yeah, we come to find out somebody did cheat. But it's, like, very weird. I don't know. And that sets Shannon off like nobody's business.
And that said that, too, with the, Vicky didn't like that. But I think Vicky... I noted this down. I forgot. Vicky, I think her real issue with Gina comes from the fact that Gina said she didn't believe in God right when they first met.
She didn't like that one where she said
they all didn't really like that.
I think she said that
Vicky,
just to piss Vicky off because I think she saw it coming that Vicky was like very
religious.
Yeah,
but that's the main issue with this group too this season is a lot of projecting.
I never believe that nobody's watched. I never believe that. I don't care.
No, but I'm saying
you
projecting,
know something,
like,
you've heard something.
How you were saying with the divorce set Shannon off. Mm-hmm. That's what the season's issue is. It's projecting onto things like, oh, you've been in a divorce, so that I've been in a divorce, so the same thing's gonna happen to you, or my husband's done this, so he's gonna be as because it's constantly like Shannon and Tamara. They're both like, you know, they even did it with Emily. They tried to project a divorce onto Emily as well. Like, I do think she should get a divorce. But you know what I think it is? Because I think their husbands were different than Gina's. Like, they were like, when he does like a
Gina's
little thing
husband
that's a little...
probably feels guilty.
No, not Gina. Emily. I'm so sorry. I'm talking about, they were trying to remember they were trying to be like, Emily's getting, her and the husband are fighting, or he's controlling like a divorce. Like, they would sit there and they'd be like, Simon would do the same thing to me, or David would do, like, that's their issue. They project so much of what happened to them onto others, because it's not just like in a divorce situation. It's like everything that happened to them is going to play out the same exact way.
And now, whose idea was it to go to Jamaica? I forget. Was it Shannon's?
I have no clue who got them down to Jamaica.
I thought it was Shannon. Huh. I forget who got them down to Jamaica, but I know once
they got down there.
Once they got there, Shannon and Gina went woohoo, hog wild, and she got her going off at dinner, and got her
almost everywhere.
Well, yeah, but at that dinner was where they revved her up big time because they asked her something about, and they looked like they were actually having some fun, like on some of the events that they did.
Well, my favorite though was the rope swinging, because they were going down on the boat, the swinging, and Vicky's like, there was just a guy on the swing, and she's like, get him down from there. Don't jump. It's shallow. Like, they were like, she was gonna send somebody to go get this random man off the rope because he was. I was just like, I mean, it's so Vicky, but I was just like, all right, really? It's just those little things that you're like, sometimes you're like I do feel like those little weird things are what was missing from 15.
Watching them like walk the waterfall and stuff, like with Tamara couldn't do it because of her foot, but it was just comical to watch.
There's just like, I just feel like these girls that are on the 14 and 15 are so put together that you need someone who's a little bit of a mess, and that's Vicky.
Yeah,
she really is. Even Tamara could be a little bit of a mess.
But Gina throws it up and says something about being a good friend or something. You know, they don't give the new girls a fair try to get into anything.
I think Shannon 100%. Vicky was the one that was like, I'm icing out the new girls. I'm icing out the new. Shannon took that over.
Oh yeah, Shannon absolutely did that, and she. I don't think she's really a match for Gina, because I think if Gina puts her mind to it, she could definitely take Shannon, like, in a verbal battle. But like
I think
you said,
most people could take Shannon in a verbal battle. I'm sorry.
I mean, Shannon gives it a good whirl, but Shannon had a lot. She had a lot of lies and stuff going on in all these next seasons coming up. Her big thing was making her feel like she wasn't a good friend to Tamara, and like to the point where she put her on the spot, and she's like, "Tamara, is Shannon a good friend to you?" And before you know it, it started out like.
That's always a good one where you know something bad's gonna happen because the music changes, and they're like, what do you think about this? Were people doing coke in your bathroom? Yeah, it's one of those kind of lines where it's like when they set somebody up for those questions that it's like it's either yes or no. Yeah, you can't explain yourself out of this one.
Yeah, it goes to a crazy place, and Shannon has to walk off to be by herself or something like that, and before you know it, it's. Don't call me crazy. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's just like...
that was the big thing, too. They were projecting a lot of mental health issues onto Shannon,
telling her she should take medication.
Because Emily was struggling with her mom and her mental health issues. So they were, like, projecting.
She's like, I'm not taking medication. And it was just... The whole thing was, like, insane.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. It was too much. What was the end party? I can't remember.
It was the Emily's party. What did she do? Because I have it written down that they were at a store, and Emily was on the phone with Gina, and Gina asked to speak to Tamara, and Tamara had this horse mask on and held a whole conversation with Gina with this horse mask on, so serious, like. It was that party, and then, remember Shannon had to leave, and she was going to the concert? I can't remember what the party was.
Oh, yes. Whose party was that?
It was Gina's party. No, Emily's party. Sorry, I don't know why I get them too confused.
What was she having a party for?
It was the finale party.
I know, but she had to be having it for something.
I don't know. I don't remember what they did. I just remember they were at the shop trying to buy clothes for it. I can't remember what the party was.
The Femme Fatale party.
Yeah.
It was the Femme Fatale party, yep. Which was weird. Gina throws more weird parties than anybody I've ever seen. Emily throws more weird parties. This was for Mother's Day.
Was it?
The Femme Fatale party. To celebrate women. And
was it really?
Yeah, it was weird. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? It was definitely a weird...
All right. Well, since that's really what happened this season.
Because next season she does some weird shit too.
Yeah. Basically, let's do 14 now. Or so you have 14. More to wrap up on 13?
No. That's it's really, that's all you can offer, honest to God.
All right. So 14... the biggest part is the fact that Vicky's gone. Like, the last OG is out of the OC. She's out. And she gets replaced with Brawin.
Winhamburg.
But she's not fully out, Vicky. She's like a friend of.
Yeah, she sticks with the friend of.
But she struggles with that title because when they bring her back for the reunion, she's like, don't you mess around. Listen, my favorite, though, is that she's like...
There's nothing better than the reunion when she
tells Andy that she started the show. She brought the idea to Bravo.
No, she never did. That's a bunch of bull.
Like, that was just so cookie. So she's like there, but she's not really there. And I think obviously 15, we'll post that next weekend. But watching the last season with Tamara and then 15, no Tamara and Tamara, is like, I know Tamara was such a disconnect for the group. Like, they blamed her for splitting up the group. The group's always going to be split up. It's just a fact. But.
Yeah.
Sorry. But it's always going to be split up. But I just feel like there was just nothing to go on. Do you know what I mean with that? Like, that I feel like if you compare it with Tamara, no, Tamara definitely added back on.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll share in the 15 why I think it was actually kind of beneficial for them to let Tamara go and then bring her back in 17. I have a little theory idea, but just something that I think works better than that they let her go then.
All right. Well, 14.
Yeah. So
that one started on August 6th, 2019. So they do come very quickly, these shows for these ladies.
Yeah, like a year.
Yeah, they were coming very quickly, like when they were in their heyday, of course. So, like you said, Vicky's gone.
She's still
a friend of, like you said.
Yeah, so she's pretty much there, but she's just, she's not holding the orange, doing a title card. She is involved, but she
did have some pretty big moments too. Yeah. Like, that's what was really weird. I mean, she got engaged.
Yeah.
She went on the trip. I mean,
honestly, I think Vicky isn't bad of a friend though, because it's like not that much of her, but it's just like just enough that, like I was saying, like that like chaos and that weirdness that she brings to it.
Yeah,
it was
it
was still like a good amount, but it wasn't like
she was fully in.
You didn't have to hang out with Vicky 24/7. You got to like a little bit. I'm interested to see 17 though, like how she does as like a guest, because that's even less time than a friend of gets. But she does go on the trip. I know she goes to Mexico with them, so I'm interested to see how she, will work, because now she'll have played all 3 of like the spots you could play on a housewife, basically. So I'm interested when we finally see 17 to compare her roles.
Who brought Bronwyn in? Was it
Jesus?
Emily? No, Kelly.
Who brought her in? I felt like she just showed up. Like she walked on the set.
Did, but she was definitely friends with Kelly, I think. Yeah, because she kept having allegiance with Kelly. She was friends with Kelly for sure.
I don't have a single thing written down for Broadway.
No, she was definitely friends with Kelly. I'm pretty sure that's how she got in here. But meanwhile, she has 7 children.
Yeah, I literally wrote that as her storyline, is having a family of 9.
Yeah, I think that's her and the husband. No, I agree. I think that's what her whole thing was about,
because it was
her
like,
having.
Look, she's like Kate plus 8.
Yeah, her having 7 kids.
So many
She's
kids.
married to Sean. Seems like a nice guy. She's very wild. She has
which then we find out in 15 is because she said she was not sober ever.
Yeah,
but we'll get into that stuff in 15.
Yeah. But. So I'm trying to think. Did the only person that moved was Tamra? She sold her house, like I was saying before. I think Kelly moved too. Yes. No. This season in 15 is when they moved. She's still in that house where she was, which is cute. It's like a little like spiral staircase up. It was just Tamra that moved. Yeah. So what do their storylines look like?
So I said Gina was saying that she's getting a divorce, but she's still weirdly kind of dating her ex occasionally.
But I think her storyline was DUI.
I forgot about the DUI. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The DUI.
She got the DUI, can't drink or can't drive because she has to go to AA meetings. Yeah, very interesting.
Tamara's, I just said she's kind of like dividing the group. That was really it. Like, I feel like Tamara didn't really have a storyline. Like, she was really just there to divide the group.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think she was just there to break it down the middle, split it in half.
I think you could feel the end was near, and she was just there to constantly like say like, "Oh, don't say that," but then here say that.
Yeah,
because that's what she did this whole time with Kelly.
Yeah, and she was just like, they were always saying she was whispering in Shannon's ear, things. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No,
So I think that's what it was.
Definitely kicked it up.
I didn't write one down for Shannon, but I guess it would be finalizing the divorce officially. Like, and being single. Like, going on dates and stuff like that. Because that's what she goes on a lot of dates this season. Not like a lot, but...
No, yeah.
It's similar to last season, because it's even her fighting with everybody again.
Yeah, and then she finds out that this season Gina confesses that she was cheated on, and I think that's what bonds them two together and has Gina kind of seeing her in a different light and like more understanding is their common bond. Who else is there?
Then Kelly. I put Kelly being single, but I forgot she also had to date that plastic surgery doctor. So I guess it would kind of be being in a relationship.
What was his name?
I don't know.
I don't remember either. Can't remember, but yeah.
Oh, he's not important. She's not with him anymore.
She dated the plastic surgery doctor. She started her new business, Positive Water.
Oh, yeah. No. Mm-hmm. It's not Positive Water, is it?
I think it is.
I thought it was like positive H2O or positive hydration or something like that. I don't think it was water.
Maybe she just kept calling it Positive Water.
I don't know.
But maybe it was like one of those names. I don't know. All I know is she kept having the hat with the little teardrop on it, like the little water drop, because that's her logo.
I love that they always wear the hats with their logos on it, like that. They're like,
hey, do what you can, right?
Yeah, it's smart.
She's also very storyline for her is all the rumors that are coming out about her that are supposedly just rumors, but Vicky is really bringing them to the table, and everybody's throwing.
That's the big overall season thing though, is that it is the rumors. It's it's rumors about the rumors, like who actually started the rumor.
Oh my
was it
God,
Vicky? Was it Tamara? Was it Shannon?
It's so
who
annoying.
in that group, because somebody was passing it on to. Oh, but no, so she told me this. Yeah, but I heard this from somebody else, and I was just saying it. I wasn't trying to repeat it. I was just sharing.
Here's my thing. Do you know what I love the most is when they say I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
And you're trying to pretend like we don't think you don't know that you're on a reality show, and that just went out to all of America.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like, they're going to hear about it
like,
next week or something. I mean, unless if they're really so desensitized to the cameras at this point.
I know. You can't be that stupid. Come on. Because here's the thing. If you were just people that are, like, who would I equate it to? Like, maybe more like the New Jersey Housewives, where, like, they are actually friends or relatives or something like that, and you were sitting around talking to these people that you're used to always being around, then I could be like, yes, okay. But you know that when these guys are together, who don't stay together, you know you're filming.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're conscious.
You're
I'm sorry. You know you're here for filming. You're here for work. And some of these ladies do call it that. When they get together, they're like, yeah, we're working. Not like, I'm out with my friends. So it's like, come on now. You know this. But
and then we have Emily.
Yeah.
Her issue is she's still having issues with her husband, and it's mostly because he keeps failing the bar exam, in my opinion. That's really what this is. It's like he's taking the bar exam, he's still failing it, and that's like causing issues because she has to take care of the kids all the time.
Yeah, and she is a little threatened by Tamara and Shannon's friendship that she's developing, that Gina's developing.
Oh, yeah,
because they can, like, I guess, understand, like, what she's going through and stuff like that. So I can't stand that storyline about Shane. I know he's doing push on her belly. Papa, maybe she doesn't want that, baby.
He's really pushing on her tummy.
So I'm trying to think of the main events that actually went on here.
I mean, they go to Arizona. This is the big one.
Yes,
I'd say.
Marival, and they go to Las Vegas for Emily.
Yeah, and then Shannon's birthday party is pretty big, but I think they're still in California.
They're
still in California.
Where did they go? San Diego, San Francisco, something.
Yeah, I mean, it was really hard to like have.
Monica, I don't remember.
They went to a Santa. They went to the North
forget
Pole.
Where they went. Yeah. I forget. Your birthday was not memorable.
No,
they went
I
on a train or something.
That was yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for Shannon's birthday, they went on a train and then they went bar hopping. Yeah. Once they got off the train, they went bar hopping for Shannon's birthday. Yeah. Because Megan showed up in her train conductor outfit.
Yes,
Megan made an appearance.
Yes,
which I followed Megan. I followed all these guys on Instagram. Most of them. I followed Megan. Her kids that she has, the boys look just like her.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, and she only clearly ever posts those kids, so I'm assuming she's not with the guy anymore. Megan?
No, the husband. No.
Yeah, well, she clearly got full custody of those
There
kids.
was something that went on over there. I don't know the full story, but something with him where he fought her on it, but he was like, I don't know, he was aggressive. Something.
I don't know. Clearly, she has full custody of those kids, but she got lucky because they don't even look a drop like him.
Yeah.
Like,
and then there was
like her.
Vicky's engagement party.
And they do Vicky's birthday party too. So it was kind of like a lot of like small events within there, but
instead of I think
trip.
it was because the group was so divided so many times
that they were like, every time try to send them
oh my god, every time somebody would get together, nope, now guess who's not friends, because that's really, don't you agree?
I thought they did go on another.
I can't picture it if there was
Arizona was where they went and they
were there for they were there for a time.
No, so they did. Arizona was really their trip, I guess.
Where did she fall and hurt herself, Vicky?
Arizona.
Was it her? Yeah. It was just constantly, like, 1 minute everybody was talking, then the next minute, we're at
nobody's talking.
We're like going to Emily's thing. Nope, we're not going to ask Tamara and Shannon and Vicky because they don't support it. And then like at Miraval is where she got everybody to come together. But at that time, Kelly was pissed at Vicky because, again, the rumors that were coming out.
But she was still up. But then she took it out on Shannon because that's when she hit Shannon over the head with the...
Yeah, but see, I think she was being fun. I think Kelly thought she was being funny. I truly believe.
At first, I didn't realize it. I wasn't paying close enough attention. And because they had put the bowl on her head, and I know those little bowls, like, you're supposed to go around and they make the humming sound... I thought the guy, the actual instructor, hit her on the head.
No, but if you listen, you hear him go,
that's not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the best part about that whole bowl thing is that when she comes back and she goes, my eyes are getting blurry. And Tamara's like feeding into this, where she's like, yeah, Simon got him.
She realized, no, it wasn't Simon, it was Ryan's father. She
Oh,
said.
I thought I couldn't remember who.
She said her ex-husband, but she said Ryan's father went.
Well, because he got hit in the head and then the fluids released.
Yeah, the construction site or something. I think he got hit in the head.
But the best part, though, is in the background, the chefs are laughing at Shannon, being like, my eyes are getting blurry. I can't see out of my left eye. And they're just back there cracking up at her, which is always so good when the staff
There were so many fights at that thing that it didn't even make sense, because you had that fight going on, then you had the fights with Vicky. Well, Vicky wasn't even there at that time. Then you had Gina, who got pissed at Kelly because she hit her in the head, and then Bronwyn called her her little sister. And
Kelly was on a different field in Arizona, because I think it was like she was on home turf and she just flipped a switch, Kelly, getting back to Arizona.
She was crazy.
She's from Arizona, right?
Yeah, she was crazy town. And then you had Gina, who was mad at Emily, who was mad at Gina because of the friendship between Shannon and Tamara, and it's okay for them to call her the Tres Amigos and the baby, and
Amigos again.
Amigas and the baby. It was just like, whatever. It was crazy nonsense. I don't know. And then when you get everybody to make up, it's like somebody else is.
Well, yeah, because then when they get to the train party. And then, like Emily's upset with everybody.
Whose party did they have where they brought Bronwyn? They introduced Bronwyn. Was it Emily's house?
I don't remember.
And that's where Kelly.
Like I said, I feel like Bronwyn just showed up.
Yeah,
she was
crazy.
Just like they just brought her in, like she's always been there, from what I can remember.
It was crazy.
But the thing too with the train party, I guess we could go with like Shannon's birthday next. One of my favorite things, though, if you pay attention. They could be producers, but I'm just going to give a heads up. Emily and Megan are in there talking in the bathroom at the train party, and you can see when... I can't remember who comes... I think it's Gina comes in to check on Emily. They panned back to get her. There were two ladies, like, standing there. Their faces were blurred out. Like, they were waiting to go pee, and these two were just blocking the doors, like, not letting them go in. Because you never think about that. They always go to these bathrooms to go and cry, but it's like, you have to go pee. Like, what do you do? Do you wait till the crying's over? Do you say, ladies, I got to get through here. You'd be like, I'm going to have to piss right here on the floor.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, ladies. I got to go.
Step off.
But I just thought, I don't know if they were, like, two producers in there or what. I feel like the producers don't really blur their faces that much.
No.
And these just looked like two regular ladies waiting to go pee in these short bathroom stalls. Do you know how short? Did you notice how short they were? I noticed especially because Megan had ended up going in one of them, and she's really tall, so it was like abnormally weird. No, wait, because I have that they went to like 100 parties for Shannon, but they then had Gina ends up apologizing to Shannon. No, I feel like they went to 100 because they did do a bar crawl. They ended up going to like 100 different bars for her. But Gina tells Shannon that she's, like, sorry about fighting with her on her birthday. And literally she's like, I'm sorry about fighting with you. And then they cut to the next, like, another camera angle. And now Gina and her just posing for a selfie after she's, like, apologized to her. I'm like, that's true housewife fashion.
Oh, yeah. No, it's...
And then I think the final restaurant they go to, one of my favorite things is it's the one where... everybody starts making out with everybody, and then I think the Tres Amigos end up falling on the floor, all three of them.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite part, though, is if you watch everybody...
Bronwyn discovers she likes Tamara.
Everybody in the restaurant, though, were, like, cracking up, like, laughing, starting filming them on their phones, which I'm like, I wonder if you've never seen Housewives before, and you've, like, witnessed something like that, because it was, like, quite funny.
Oh, one of the ladies winked at her, remember? One of the ladies winked at them. Remember I said, look at that lady in the back, she gave them, like, a wink or something?
I don't know, but there was so many of the people watching, laughing at them.
Yeah, there was a lot this time.
I'm like, I wonder if people who've never watched Housewives, but have been in public and experienced one of these things laughing at them, like, I wonder if they went home and they were like, I gotta go watch this show. I gotta go see what this is about. I mean, besides wanting to go see yourself on TV.
Yeah.
But, like, I wonder if it sparked, like, a new... Like, somebody be like, I'm gonna check this show out. I always just wonder that, because it's, like, so different than other shows.
I think why we're thinking they went away somewhere else was because it was just such a long... It seemed like that Maribel trip was a long trip. There was also... where was the trip that they were fighting... They were getting drinks, and... Shannon and Tamara made up at, like, it was an outside bar. Where was that? Wasn't that place, was it?
Wait, yeah, they went out where Vicky was conned.
Vicky was conned?
Yeah, where Vicky yells, I was conned. Where she fought with Kelly. Where was that? I have never been conned. I'm not a con woman. I was conned.
I just remember seeing them outside somewhere.
Yeah, where they were... Huh. Where the hell was that?
I don't know, but it was
very confusing because also the Las Vegas trip bled into, like, they went to Las Vegas, but then some of them left the Las Vegas trip and flew to Arizona. Like, it was like a lot.
No, well, it was just Bronwyn and Kelly for the Las Vegas trip because Emily was Emily's storyline was just so freaking annoying. She was wanting to do something for her husband who didn't appreciate it and didn't want her to do it because he's Mormon and it's just not something you should do. And she wanted to dance in this X-rated show kind of type thing. She did it anyway, invited her in-laws, invited Kelly and Bronwyn, and it was just bizarre.
It was
like
weird.
The whole thing was bizarre. But then he shows up in the end and
after the dance.
Yeah, after the dance.
And
was just
the rest
weird.
of them go down to the Arizona. It's just I mean, and then there's Vicky's birthday, which is kind of fun with the dressing up as the costumes. Because my favorite though is the best part about that is this is the same thing they did at the drag bingo. The Trace and Migas sit down, they give themselves the best costume and screw everybody else over.
Oh, they were at a fashion show as well. Remember the fashion show for Bronwyn's daughter?
Boat at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is a weird one because, and then Bronwyn had a breast weaning party. Like it would had so many events.
Yeah.
And they were all wacky, and not everybody was at every event.
I see it on your notes. They were Florida. That's
Miami
where,
with Bronwyn. Miami.
I'm so sorry that we're all over the place with this.
They went. No, because this is a true testament to what it was like. This is exactly what it was like.
So much was going on. You felt like you were everywhere and anywhere, but
you couldn't keep up. Like you almost needed to really do note taking on. Like, okay, so in Miami,
this happened.
They weren't talking, and this one wasn't talking, and through the whole thing, Vicky and Kelly were always kind of at odds and all like that. And at this party, this one wasn't talking. It was absolutely insane. It really was.
Yeah, because here on my notes, when it went to the Florida, they went to a drag show as well, and I noted that somebody was holding a dog behind them at the drag show. Yeah, a little like Chihuahua, and then when they were at the bar, the same Chihuahua popped up, and then that's where Vicky and Kelly were fighting, and then that's when Vicky went outside and said, "I've been conned. I was never a con woman. I was conned."
And then apparently at the reunion, she threatened that she was apparently she's suing Bravo
because she had mentioned this lawsuit that she's involved in.
Yeah, and they shouldn't have mentioned it or something like that.
I mean, they said it in your sit-down interview, like. I don't know. It was weird.
The main thing that I say the whole show revolved around was Kelly and Vicky. They were the staples.
Yeah.
And those freaking rumors. Because like you said, there was one rumor that she does a train, one rumor that she does coke, one rumor that she's not allowed on her daughter's school property. Yeah. And like you said, it was constantly always being brought up.
Well, it was like
on
the fact,
who said
like
what, but
Vicky
who really
was saying,
brought it up.
I know another rumor on Kelly, and
apparently
Tamara
Vicky knows
the train.
Yeah,
and they go, don't say that. So then they realize, okay, Vicky knows that rumor, but she told Tamara, but Tamara's the one that brought it up. The thing.
Yeah.
So it's like
that was the big thing, like of who.
Like you need like a murder board to connect.
Oh my god, yeah, it was like Vicky knew all the rumors and started all the rumors, but it was who she told the rumors to. Yeah, because then
she like told rumors to different people each time.
Because or who like then there was another one that Tamara told in the car, and like Tamara slipped a lot of stuff out that she kept saying, I'm not going to say it, but then she said it.
Yeah,
like she Kelly did it at the tea party.
She'd rather go to Vicky's funeral than her birthday party.
Like
she said, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah,
she said it in the car.
She would just let things slip out. So it was very, very confusing. Let's not forget that Shane did fail the bar exam. After all of that, that was the main storyline. Oh, he fails it again. Don't you kid yourself. He takes it again and fails it again. He passed during COVID. Yeah. Because they lowered the number that you had to pass by.
Insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that.
I mean, I feel like also no one's going to pick him to be a lawyer because if you search his name, I'm sure it's going to come up with Bravo stuff now because of like, that's the thing that's going to come up. And if I see that my lawyer failed the bar 3 times, or 4 times before,
I mean, if you can see him on the show, seeing him doing that would deter me. But I mean, it depends. Maybe if he's going to be like an entertainment lawyer or something, maybe I might be more apt to go with him because he's in showbiz.
There's no app that I'm going to choose.
No, not app. I mean,
I know. Oh. I'm not going to be. There's nothing. I'm not choosing that man ever to be a lawyer. He failed. I mean, and then there's there's like little bits and pieces that are going on in between everything, like Bronwyn in a story with her mom, and it's just like there is just a lot going on in this one.
Emily with her anger and Kelly with her anger, and they go to anger management, and it's a lot going on. And in the middle of all this, you have I just lost track of what I was gonna say. What's her name finally gets divorced? Shannon. Yeah. And wins like a decent settlement, but they really discuss that in the next one.
Yeah, I think so. She kind of just says that in the next season.
Yeah. Well, like, I think she shows the check or something.
And
it's
then
weird.
Vicky gets engaged and all that. That's the other big thing.
Yes, Vicky gets engaged.
Because that's
and then
the finale party.
We have Megan that was making an appearance, and Duff from season 1.
Yes, which is listen, as soon as he came on the screen, and I was like, another Duff in the OC. What's the odds?
There's no
and
odds.
then they cut back, and I realized, because I didn't realize he looks older now. Yeah. And I was like, no way. But Duff is the key reason. Listen, they could bring back old Housewives and stuff like that. But I feel like you could learn. But Duff is the reason you need to watch all the seasons, because what the hell? Like, I think they just brought him back for the fun of it. Like, I think she had no real interest in him. I think he was just brought back for some goofs and some gaffes.
They were showing that between Kelly and oh my, it just sounds like a kid got thrown into a wall. They were showing that like Shannon and Kelly were doing some serious dating. Yeah, like serious dating. Even though she was with the
plastic surgeon.
The plastic surgeon, like they were. Yeah, it was really
that's really
crazy.
What it was.
Crazy dating. But just take this one with a grain of salt. That's why we did them together, because this one was
I mean, 15's boring because there's no fights, but like it's like interesting to see how everybody handles.
But this was
COVID, I guess.
But this was too many fights.
Yeah,
like, this was too many people not talking to each other. Like, you really felt like it was so incredibly divided that they had no choice but to like have separate trips and stuff. It was
does
weird.
Kind of feel essentially that 13 and 14 were all one season.
Really, it probably should have been, but wow, she's just gonna really keep screaming. Wow,
no, that's the little baby boy.
You sure about that?
Yes, that's a baby crying.
All right.
Well, I think that's all. We'll be back next weekend with 15, 16. They may be put together, they may be put separately, but you'll just have to wait and come back and see what we do. We have to go rock our baby to sleep and give him a pacifier. Since it sounds like he's in his room, we might as well just start taking care of the kid. I think we would do better at it.
Oh my God.
Here's the worst part, folks. It's coming through the wall, but it's also, if you really listen closely, you guys won't be able to tell, but it's coming through the front door as well. It's like surround sound. They're both crying in there now. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh, Lordy.
Save that loving
Somebody
family.
baptize me. The only F's I give are faith, family,
You are baptized already. You've been baptized.
Rebaptize me. I don't know. Whatever. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching.
She needs somebody to offer her penance so that she can give out her sins.
Sure.
Listen, this one was all over the place, so I'm just going to have to ask you for the 5 because that's how rough it is.
It's rough. Give us the 5, please. Make us feel better about ourselves. And make sure you subscribe and follow, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the episodes.
Yeah, we're getting up to those in the new season with Shannon and not Shannon. Well, Shannon, yeah. Shannon and Heather and Tamara are all back together. And Vicky.
Tamara's...
No, I'm saying like the new season.
17, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that like we're getting closer to the new season where like they're all back together. And I'm sorry, but I said that I think a couple of weeks ago. That was my favorite time was when those 4 were together. Yeah, I thought that was like the best.
They're a good 4 because I think you could put anybody with them, and I think they'll be good.
Yeah, I hope they do well so that they don't get rid of one of them.
I don't think they'll get rid of Tamara. I think if anybody, Heather, and
she'll leave. I think,
but I think they would try to put her to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, but I think Taylor will also.
I think Taylor will get moved up.
Taylor is. Oh yeah, no, Taylor will become a wife, especially then. But Taylor is a pot star. She'll be heavily in it, just like Vicky was that season that she was supposed to be just a friend of. Yeah. Or whatever. She'll be definitely.
I think she will. Yeah. All right. Maybe we'll make predictions on the final episode that we do for them. That'll be fun. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much for listening, so much for watching. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve. And I think that's all. We'll see you next week. And check out our other podcast. Yeah. We talk about it all. We set some goals.
Yeah, we did some goals. Before that, we did some age. It's some interesting stuff. It's a good listen. We're just as off the crazy train.
And kids scream there too. Oh
my God. Well,
the kid hasn't stopped.
Well, they don't go away. Where do you think they're going?
Sometimes they leave during the day to go charge their Tesla.
All
right, say your line.
Just hit the button because I'm just going to go find some earplugs.
They don't work, mine. Yesterday they sat here in the room all day and I had headphones on all the way full blast trying to watch The Bad Batch and I could ill hear everything.
I'm just going to try to put some Those are sleeping really nice, those cats.
Look at our kids.
Yeah.
We got a boy and a girl too, and they're just, look at them, sleep quiet peace. I mean, they did fight earlier in the day, but they were quiet when they fought, though. They're quiet when they fight.
Yeah, just gonna put some earbuds in.
All right, okay. Can you just say your thing?
Hit the button.